What's going on, everybody? I'm here to do a quick tutorial on how I grade my DJI Mavic Pro footage. This is going to be completely subjective because everybody has a different way of color correcting. I'm just going to simply show you the way that I do it, the way you see it on the videos that I've posted on my channel. So come and check it out. Okay, so I have my footage imported into Premiere Pro now. I'm actually just going to be simply working through the Lumetri color. I'm actually in the color tab here, and what you can see is we have our footage, we have our timeline down here, and we have all our controls, and we have our scopes over here. And just for the sake of not getting into too much detail today, I'm not going to really pay attention to the scopes. This is not going to be a highly technical tutorial. This is going to be kind of something quick and simple. So let's get right into it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my creative, and you can just simply click that to expand it or bring it back. I'm simply going to go to my creative, and I'm going to select actually one of the preset LUTs that comes with Premiere. I usually use either the Fuji 250D, or I use the Kodak 5205, depending on what kind of look I want to do. Now, the Fuji is a little bit darker, and I have extremely bright footage here, so I'm going to actually apply that first before I do anything else. And now we're going to go up into our basic correction, and this is where we're going to kind of tweak it at. First thing I'm going to do is we're just going to look at the picture, and I'm going to see that it's pretty washed out because I shot this in log, so we're not going to have a lot of saturation or a whole lot of different kinds of colors going on here. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bump up the contrast just to bring out the colors more, and then we're going to kind of go from looking at the picture, see what we need to do. We need to bring the highlights down. The highlights look good to me, actually. I shot this with the Polar Pro filter that has that gives you a nice clean image. You don't have extreme. It has the polarizer effect, so you don't have the extreme brights and the extreme darks. We actually have a pretty level, low contrast image considering. So I don't need to really mess with the highlights or the shadows too much. I can bring the shadows up a little bit more, but I lose my color a little bit that way. So the first thing I'm going to focus on is just getting the image right, getting the highlights and the shadows and the contrast right. Now we'll go into creative, and I'm actually going to, here's where I'm going to kind of mess with the colors. I don't like to go too crazy with the saturation because I don't want to give it that cartoon look, but vibrance is a good way of giving it color without everything getting blown out like crazy. So you can see right there, it's given us, you see we're bringing out the green in the trees, but we're not like making everything, the sky extremely blue. We're actually like, we got the nice, this is the Blue Ridge Mountains and this is the Blue Ridge Parkway, so we're kind of living up to the hype here. We have the color of the blue, kind of floating over the mountains. The next thing I'll do is I'll just go to curves, and I'll just kind of tweak it a little bit that way. Usually I drag this down low a little bit, and I drag this high a little bit. You kind of get that S wave a little bit. That kind of gives you a nice little contrasty image. So I mean, this is actually, like I said, this is a very basic color correction right here, and you're gonna see there's a lot of noise right here, and I'll apply the a denoiser to that, but you can see, and we'll actually go back to the regular editing program, so you can see, I'll drag this over here real quick, effects controls. You can see the before and after, and like I said, that only took maybe 2 minutes. And like I said, I'm just for a quick fix to some footage. All it takes is a couple tweaks. Now, if I was looking more for a a stylized look, that'd be something different. But just to get some nice clean colors and clean image, that's pretty much all it is. So I'm gonna sign off here, and you can stay tuned to the next video.